Hi, good afternoon. My name is Lee Tringis with Imprintables Warehouse, and today I'd like to talk about our flagship heat transfer material product called Spectra Ecofilm. The Ecofilm that we have is 15 inches wide, comes in 61 colors and 3 different types. We have our solid colors, we have our mesh colors, our electric colors. The reason that I think that this is really our flagship product and probably one of the best in the industry is several reasons. First of all, this is a polyurethane-based product, very thin, nice soft hand. It's durable enough to outlast the garment, so you can use it for sports, uniforms, things like that, but it's also nice and thin, has a good feel, so you can use it for fashion. One of the things that I want to do today is I want to take some of our Ecofilm, I want to go through an example where we cut it, we weed it, and we apply it to a shirt, both with a 1-color and also with a 2-color application, so I can show you some of the features. So in this example, what I'd like to do is cut a typical heat transfer. This is a Pepsi Cola logo. I'm going to use my Ecofilm electric metal, one of the nicer materials in terms of fashion, gives you some pop, sort of looks like a foil, but it's polyurethane based, so it's nice and thin. It doesn't have the same features as the foil in being a little thicker. So what I'm going to do is just mirror my design here, and I have this set for about 8 inches. I'm going to send this to the cutter. Now my next step is I'm going to weed this away. Now Ecofilm is very easy to weed. It has a pressure sensitive mylar, so when you cut it and you start weeding it, you can actually peel pretty quickly and feel confident that you're not going to pull up anything that you didn't want. If there is something that you pull up on accident, all you have to do is just press it back down because of that pressure sensitive mylar. So I weeded everything out, everything came out pretty easily. Now I just need to get rid of the cavities, which as you can see is very, very easy as well. And that's it, I'm done. So here's my design. We're just going to cut this out of here and apply it. So here's my Ecofilm electric metal. Going to go ahead and put that on my shirt. I've already preheated for 4 seconds. Basically Ecofilm, all you need to do, preheat 4 to 5 seconds, get all the moisture, wrinkles, any chemicals that might be on the garment in the manufacturing process off at a temperature of about 300 to 305 degrees. After we preheat, we're going to heat at 10 to 12 seconds using a medium to a firm pressure. If you have a Stahl's Hottronics auto open like this that has a pressure gauge, we're just going to put that on anywhere from about a 6 or 7 up until about an 8 or even a 9, but 9 is definitely the maximum. So I have my design. It's nice with the pressure sensitive carrier. You know, you can lift this up, it's not going to go anywhere. You don't necessarily have to use thermal tape to tape it down or anything like that. Just position it where you want it, press it down, and we are ready to heat press. Okay, so I have my transfer. All I do is peel it away. It's that easy. Now this is a hot or cold peel. So you can do what I just did, and as soon as the heat press opens up, just take that carrier off and you're ready to go, or you can set it aside like a traditional cold peel, put a bunch of different designs on shirts and just peel them all at the same time. So you saw how we create a design using Ecofilm as far as a single color. Now what I want to do is show you how to create a 2-color design. One of the strengths of Ecofilm is it's really the most production-friendly heat transfer material on the market for a lot of reasons. The low dwell temperature, the 300 to 305 degrees, the 10 to 12 seconds you use to apply, the fact that it's hot or cold peel, the nice pressure-sensitive mylar, so when you weed you don't peel things up, and if you do you can put them back down. All those things go into it. But really what a lot of people don't know is when you're doing multiple color applications with Ecofilm, all you have to do with any underlying areas, anything but the top layer, you can just tack down with 1 to 2 seconds. So if you're doing 3 colors, instead of doing 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, you do 1 second, 1 second, and then you do the actual application. So that's what I want to show you. If you look over here, I have a typical application for Ecofilm. This is a name and number combo. And just for purposes here for sampling, I put in Ecofilm number 18. Let me zoom in on the transfer a little bit. I don't know if we can see this at home, but I have everything selected that I want to cut, and basically I'm cutting the outside line, and the outside line is basically the larger replica. After we put an offset on the design to make it two color, the larger one is actually going to be the background, and for that I'm going to cut that in white. So I'm just going to go ahead here in the Cut Studio, and I'm going to tell it I want to cut only my selection, everything that's blue there, and send it to the cutter. Looks like everything's done. Go ahead and put this to the side. I'm going to load my second color, which is going to be the top color. This is our Vegas Gold. Okay, now I'm going to unhighlight. Now I'm going to highlight the innermost design. Go to cutting and selection. Cut that Vegas Gold. Okay, now the last thing we have to do to complete our two-color Ecofilm design is just put down the base layer and the top layer, which I have completed here. I'm going to take my shirt. I'm just going to apply it on the back like a typical name and number. Go ahead and put this on my press. Again, Ecofilm, 300 to 305 degrees, about 10 to 12 seconds, and then you want a medium to a firm pressure. First thing we want to do is go ahead and preheat the garment, get rid of all the moisture, wrinkles, things like that for 4 seconds. Now that we've warmed up our surface, got our wrinkles out, I'm just going to do our best to get the shirt centered on the platen. I'm going to take my base layer, which is the larger layer. So I've gone ahead and I've preheated my shirt for 4 seconds. I laid down the base layer, trying to center it with the tag in the center of the shirt. So all I have to do for this base layer or any layer before the last layer, so if it's 3 colors, the first 2, if it's 5 colors, the first 4, anything that's not the top layer, just put down, and all we're going to do is tack it for 1 second. Perfectly releases. Just like that. Now since this is only a 2-color, all I have to do is I'm going to put this back down, and then my final layer is what's going to actually get your 10 to 12 seconds. So any underlying areas are going to be sealed for the correct amount of time on the last layer. And really, there are no tricks to this other than to just, create your offset and try to get this as clean as possible, which shouldn't be a problem. Put that down there on top. I'm going to press for 10 seconds. I'll peel again, and voila, there's our 2-color application. Name and number, base layer, with only 11 seconds of actual heat press time. Well, again, my name is Lee Tringis with Imprintables Warehouse. I hope you enjoyed this video on our Spectra Ecofilm, our flagship heat transfer material. I really hope that if you haven't already tried it, you'd give us a call. We'd be more than happy to give you a sample of it, let you try it and see why we think and we know that it's the best product out there, and why we know that if you use it just one time, you'll think exactly the same thing, no matter what you're using. It is truly, truly the greatest product in terms of heat transfer material. Thanks again for your time, and have a great day.